See, that's the crazy thing about BNE. BNE are definitely a team that's capable of that. They have some crazy firepower in this lineup, but it's Materius that is going to be silencing a few players with his pistol. It's a nice fake out towards middle. Bomb hasn't been spotted, and Nesson need to rotate back, but it might be a little too late. When Flatro wants to get up close and close the distance and close the door on Ujerks as well.
Get GX into a comfortable position towards the coffins. He needs to be careful though. All three players going towards him. He's gonna get double naded. This is so awkward for him. Still manages to do tons of damage though, and that's gonna set a Flatro for a nice 1k. Synopsy peeks in for the second. Synopsy with a double, and the best round goes in favor of the Eagles. Give some context, by the way. Oh, Flatro's actually hunting them. A lot of people are actually hunting them. I like that. Look at how aggressive they are. Look at the circle of BNE players just shrinking around. Sorry. We'll pick up the first one. They're not letting those CTs get their filthy hands on the rifles, and there's just materials left, so they don't want to let the CTs replay that force buy in the next one. Want to make sure it's just the USPs that they have in the USPs only, and that's going to be the case.
Jerks still sees nothing for the moment.
Yeah, they're trying to bait out the reaction from the CTs, and the reaction they bait. Ujerks gets the first kill onto Regon, and now they're pressed back to go and commit to the A-bomb side, but there's just so many bodies here. Arrows Dose manages to get the first one, drops down safely, doubles up. Stories there as well. Materials.
He's just playing behind the upper, using him to shield pretty much. I wonder, is B going to be shielded from this attack, especially with that entry, excuse me. Flatro got an entry as well, up towards the other side, and look at this relentless pressure, but it's
alright.
Going to be lifted a little bit by Materius. He does a lot of damage and actually forces the T's back. You're at a man disadvantage as well, and it could be a two-man. Scenari needs to be the man to be the heavy hitter, making the way into the site. Story, first shot connects, and it is down to just Scenari. At least he does have the AK, he does have full health. It's been chipped away at, but Ujerks is extremely low. Molly behind the smoke to make sure that if he is gonna push, he will be heard, but the problem is he's already gotten past. Scenari's dead here. No way he reads that. Ujerks had the perfect timing.
Was too quick to get inside of the smoke. There's the replay. Good opening kill from Synopsy. But this kill from Story just made it so much more difficult. Great work from the Oper. Nice attempt from the IGO on the clutch, to be fair. Smoke to try and buy time for Ujerks to arrive. Materius is rotating as well, but they're not giving them time. They're just gonna storm their way onto the bomb site. Roman and Ujerks managed to deliver two, and the CTs are just mowing them down. Ujerks with a great triple kill, supported lovely by the flashes, setting up the stage for a 1 versus 3 for Flatro if he wants the round.
Bomb planted. The HE off the mark on Flatro. You try and isolate the fights here. Materius has already crossed. The CTs begin to get closer, and actually they're going to double up together. Flash eye over the site. They will line up, and Flatro comes away with one, but Materius stands. They are going to throw the execute and probably explore options up towards short. Regun is going to be taken down. Synopsy was meant to be holding that, but he didn't see him. Materius crosses. Gets a double, but he is going to be taken down, and now panic stations for BNE. They need to get up onto the site and they need to find the kills, but Story could really stop it all, but it's a different story this time. BNE will take it. Roman tries to hightail it on. Scenery hears him coming from a mile away and just absolutely deletes him. Ujerks walks close. GX with the op.
But hey,
do you know what? It's even worse is that
you didn't notice. Yeah,
man,
yeah.
My brain was just
yeah. I've just clogged that. That player was alone towards Boiler, so they didn't really want to challenge. Now Scenari's gonna start clearing it up, but they're falling back and okay. No way Regon's actually getting away. No way he's gotten a double and he's alive. No shot.
It's one of those moments. Anything other than a USP, man. And he destroys an AK as well. Fair enough with the pistols, but he just pre-fires the AK, man. Alright, Regon. That really propels Beanie into the lead. The sheer panic of the spin around. They're trying to take Miles with the inches that are going to be given to them as Zoojerks denies entry. Rotation is still going in over towards that B site, but they need to double back. They need to go back to A. Zarazos is completely alone. Stalls it for a meantime. Oh, great kill onto the bomb, but he was so low that the USP is more than enough for GX to take him out of the round. And you've got a 2v2 now. Try and save the day, so no kit is going to be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, no U2 either. Hard to isolate the pit player.
Still finds the kill. Canary now carrying from behind the site, but Materis over the top of the box, sees down, shoots through it, and of each other. Boost and see if he can do anything, but Roman ready with the pre-fire and actually nearly took Scenari's head off with it. Still, B&E want to fight for this. They do not like giving up frags for free. Double setup here needs to be undone completely. Smoke down, GX swings past. Oh, the double was on, but he doesn't get it. Refrag there. B is free once again.
For B&E. Missed out on the rhyme. Oh, that's a big nade for Materis. Scenari's out of there. And now the bomb's still gonna get planted. Everyone else is far away. They're still waiting because of those late lures. And Materis decides to go on his own. That's a big risk. And now he's made it a lot more doable. I know if he gets that kill, it's a big reward. But now, it's a really tough round to win. And oh, look at that. Because of the flash, Synopsy's been able to cross back towards New Box. Makes it so hard to clear away. Story has a Molotov, they have the smokes, but they decide to go and try and pick up the fight. Flatro needs a 1 versus 2. There's the first one, knows where the second one is coming from as well. He can just play the time, he can play it passively. Smoke on the bomb, Flatro's gonna time it perfectly. And Juan Flatro gives Bad News Seagulls their 8th round on Inferno.
Flatro really needs to be concerned about is that there's so many T's going to be spilling out of the apartments onto his bomb site. Needs to catch them by surprise, and he did one, but wasn't able to connect on the head. The rotations are coming in. The cavalry is here to maybe try and save the day. Materis tried his best to stop them, but it's not going to happen. So many positions now that Saw could be, and they're wrapping around from behind. Regan is going to be pinched and cancelled out, and Scenari, no armor, has the kit, but surely has no chance. It's the save, has to be, but even at that, Ujerks is going to run him down. He doesn't want to let him get away.
Yeah, ooh, nice shot from Scenari. He's going to try and at least maximize the casualties on the side of the T's. Nice follow-up, nice third. Okay, Scenari, you can't win the round, but you've won yourself some applause. That was good.
Neat. Look at the chances that they have here. They are going to be smoked off. Tries to get that smoke down. They're asking for a boost. It's going to be Regan put up. Scenari does claim one, but Story answers back. At least with a double. B bomb site now. So can get into good post plants maybe, but GXX is kind of cutting this site in half here, which is a little bit of a problem, as Saw can't really get comfortable, and B&E get closer. Might want to boost up that rifle again, and that's exactly what happens. One Flatro gets 2, and it's down to just Aristotle. Now he can be smoked off, but he is going to be smoked by a scout. A bullet through the eyes.
GXX, this is so nasty from him. The only reason that this round is still so competitive and it actually creates the space for the boost to be that impactful is that GXX does so much damage there. Can use the nades after the fact. And now B&E needs to go for a really tough retake. They're hoping that Synopsy gets a kill or 2. Flatro with 1. Arrows doesn't get the refrag. And actually, some kills are going in favor of the CTs right now. GX on the Digo needs to win that fight 100%. Loses it, and that makes it really hard for Synopsy. Tabs the bomb. He's actually going to try and stick it, but Arrows is not buying it. What a reaction. Surely he doesn't have enough time. No way. It's going to be so close. Oh no.
Oh, he deserved it. He deserved
Flash.
He's got no smoke to drop and delay, and the fake is being sold. Now, he does have the element of surprise on the boxes to drop down. That flash isn't going to be perfect, doesn't blind anybody, but maybe the back of himself. He does manage to land a dink and another kill. That's huge to get to with very limited resources. Roman dinked up now as well, as B&E continue to apply the pressure, but it looks like he will just get that bomb down. However, Regon will take his breath away. And we're going to see another breathtaking clutch here from Aristotle. 1 versus 2, tries to spin on him and lands the headshot as well. Aristotle, a turret.
And it's still a really solid D side. Bad News Eagles with one of the last buy rounds that they will have unoffered unless they start winning here on Inferno. Regon on the boost, spotted out. Gotta fall back, but it's too late already. Ujerks opens things up. He knows that scenario is there as well. He's gonna double up. Ujerks is on the terror. He's gonna pry open that B-bomb side as if he is the master of it. Finally, Flatro shuts him down.
Yeah, gets a little bit overconfident there. The blood was definitely pumping as he just sprints on through. And now Bad News Eagles have a chance. One Flatro has gifted that to them. An opportunity. This one, you feel, has to go. They're so close. If they want to attempt this retake, they need to win it. The money just isn't there anymore for the CT side. Synopsis going to be smoked off once again, and they might call it a day after that. All players, no line of sight into the site just yet. One Flatro, oh, 3 kills, but that's where he stops. The dink is good, but the util, once again, just being put down. Smokes, mollies, whatever you like. Saw just had it to... Well, whether it goes to a third map or not, both teams have come really to fight, especially Saw. There's going to be a fight happening here towards top middle, but GX walks right in. Materis gives him a free haircut. And I wonder, now, are his barbering day is over? And absolutely not. He's giving them away for free at the minute. Synopsy peeking up. He claims a double up for himself. Smoke delays for now. And a molly towards the apartments. But he needs his teammates to get on over here. He needs the help of Regon and Cineri, but Cineri falls short, and so does Regon. They know exactly where he is, and the B-bomb site completely open, and this one surely done. The steps have been heard, and Roman puts a bullet through Synopsy's ears. 16-9.
Towards that middle area of the map for Bad News Eagles, but Arosdos is waiting in here with the Julies, looking hungry.
Tries to chow down a few players, and he does get to. How?
He's been forced out of position. Ujerks, nice shot, goes in for another. Smoke it. He's still tapping away, still tagging him down. Materis needs to focus on staying alive. GXX is really low. This is a fight that he doesn't really want to take. He's been able to escape for now. He should be on a timer, but still manages to win that fight. This is massive from him. Finally, Roman takes him down, but that's going to set up scenario for a 1 versus 2.
He's got across. He's got towards the stairs. Bomb is planted for him, and there's no kit right now for the CTs. Bomb is going to be tapped. But Cineri doesn't know that, doesn't realise there's nobody off it. 2 players on his screen, but now he realises that they were looking for the kill, and they will find it.
He's supposed to be dead in the moment that he peeks into it, but that's going to trigger the B play.
Soche just peeks out, sees a few players trying to make their way up the stairs, and that's pulled a lot of CT players all the way over. Materis now just waiting. Synopsy's trying to spam through. I don't know if they had vision on him crossing. Scenario's just going to run across regardless. When Flatro deals with him at least, but it's into the blender they go, and they're just being torn apart by SMGs, FAMASs, and M4s.
It essentially got lost in the sauce, but now B&E go for another pretty troubled investment. And it's a pretty risky way to approach it, I guess. Makes sense, because if you get away with a bomb plant in the previous round and you do some decent damage, you could reset them. But now you're just essentially relying on hitting the shots. Again, you don't have a lot of util, and Stories just picked up a double. They had no idea he was inside of that bottom yellow smoke. Finesses both of them, and just like that, Cineri and Flatro left in a 2 versus 4. Completely separated. Arosdochi realizing he shouldn't be giving away any chances whatsoever, so he's going to fall back and play safely from the back of white. Now he spotted Cineri.
Well, this is so awkward for him. He has a little bit of support here in Materis, but the support cut short. Still manages to get 1 kill. 40 seconds for B&E to try and gather some control, and Ujerks at least has his teammate covered, but he's out of ammo, has to go forward with the pistol. Still outputting a lot of damage, but he's just being an absolute nuisance. He's popping up here, there, and everywhere, but he'll pop up absolutely nowhere after Scenari has his say. Big problem. As soon as that bomb is going to be tapped, surely the swing will come true for Sol, but they actually waited out. They let that bomb go down, and they give chances, but chances gone by the wayside. Snatched away by Arisdos. That man once again popping up.
He had a 15-5 T side on Inferno. It was absolutely impossible for them to stop him. And you look at it now, you just feel like even against the...
And, you know, the tier 2 kind of 1.5 scene
for sure,
at New Zealand. That's why, of course, at majors they're so difficult to deal with. Arisoche now handed his second death, and Mutiris yet to find a kill on Vertigo. As B&E, they find themselves with a lot of control of this B bomb site. The util raining on in makes it impossible for Story to tell what is going on, where the players are, and GX has cut off 2 rotations. It's down to just the Opper. Can he rewrite this story in his own favour? And he's doing a very good job. Rush strokes with the AWP. He knows there's a player close.
Regon to be up close, yeah.
Yeah. Knows that surely peak will come in, but cannot get scoped in time. They won't be overly worried about it. The problem is that they don't have any flashes to get through the smoke. They'll let this bomb plant down for free. And Roman has fallen as well.
Yeah, that was really risky from Roman. He thought he had a one-way because of the smoke, but the Oper was already holding. It's still 3 versus 3. Not a lot of util though. Only 1 smoke for the retake for the CTs. They need to get that kill into Flatro. He's in no man's land. He needs to go down. Is still able to pick up a kill. This is massive. Scenari on a good off angle. He's been spotted as well. Needs to win it, and he does. They just win every single fight. Scenari's low on HP, but still manages to get the better. Suddenly, this is not looking like a bad T side anymore. It's actually looking quite respectful.
Yeah, 3 massive rounds, man, and I can tell you one thing, I'm not in it, but in that TeamSpeak, I'd say over the last 3 rounds, Bad News Eagles have got very, very loud. We know them, of course.
He's been doing that a whole lot, but Flatro with a good response towards the B bomb side gets an opening, but Mutiris actually shuts down 2 somewhere on the map, and it was towards middle and B.
That's insane. What a time to register your first 2 kills when Bad News Eagles are really building up some kind of momentum, and you're 0-6 going into this round, and you just stop to slow it down massively and put Bad News Eagles in quite a dangerous situation. And Matiris, he wants more. He wants to continue to pick up the slack. Sees a head down, but is he going to be able to drop Synopsy? The answer is no. How about that for a double? Spinning on a dime, and maybe it is Bad News Eagles' time to shine. Ujerks.
Oh, this is so smart from him. He knows they're waiting, but he doesn't realize the Ob had his high side on him. And now it's Story in a 1v2. He hasn't been spotted yet, though, and he has the cross towards the side with the Ob. GXX doesn't react in time. First one is Story's. Let me tell you a story about a clutch. But was it a successful one or a sad one? He knows it's just a tab. He knows that Synopsy is trying to toy with him. He taps it a second time. It's going to be the stick this time around. There's the confirmation. Story still afraid. The smoke makes it extremely awkward. He's heard the jump. He knows that Synopsy's on top. He's looking for him. Story nails him.
And Story, it's beautiful to see him playing with such confidence here. Look at this from Synopsy. Just absolutely snaps on Roman to take him down. And GX, he's made a perfect play there. He's read him like a book.
Yeah. But threw in the nade in the meantime as well. He let his...
Oh, just a piece of smoke. Pixel separates the 2, and Ujerks will separate them now with bullets. Yeah, and he gets away as well with a lot of his health intact, and even goes back for a little bit more. But Regon has found at least a double in the meantime, and a lot of space gathered. A perfect flash, but Ujerks, he can't get the reload off. Mutiris swings wide, and Regon has 4 kills, and Bad News Eagles might get 5 off the back of it.
Yeah, misread the timing a little bit. Thought he was too quick. Thought they wouldn't be out that much. 4 kills for Regon so far, and GXX will close it out. 5 on the board for 2 Pharmacists, yes, but still rifles. And Ujerks again, he picks up a double, and the flash is great. He's been a demon towards yellow. It's still a 2 for 2 though. B&E can be happy about it, but Ujerks has been...
There's going to be no saving for them this time around. They have to go for it. Last round of the half. GX scoped in, looking for the lower peak in CT, but he's off the mark. It's wayward, and that allows a little bit of space, but GX makes up for that missed opportunity. Materis tries to isolate some fights, knows the Opera is probably holding him as he collects one. The flash over. Materis needs to try and get on this bomb, but with no kit, he just simply does not have.
As the rotations come in.
And the first blow landed. The Bad News Eagles, not a knockout punch just yet. They need to continue with the flashes onto the side. They line up for Aristos, but he only comes away with one, and it's the Julies that continue to output the damage, and the retake is very good for Bad News Eagles.
Tried to support Scenario, who's all alone with an MP9 in hand. Flatro, the one with the M4, needs to take care of the players boosting up, but he's been dealt with. Scenario, in a really bothersome position, manages to find one, needs more, refract through the smoke.
He does well to even find one in that scenario. He should have been dead before that one even came into fruition. But now GXX has walked his way in with the scout. Drops Roman, but spam back through the smoke. Mach 10 of all weapons to drop him. And with Regon now panicking just that little bit, realizing his teammates are nowhere to be seen.
They've actually been able to rotate enough people back to be competitive enough. This is going to be a tough round to win for the T's.
Yeah, a little bit easier with Story finding that kill. Synopsy does a lot of damage, and Juan Flatro will just finish the job, but his round is over. Aristotle seals to it. Now, I'm only tapped. With 14 seconds, they are just running out of time. Materis needs to stick this. Aristos needs to actually just hold. They're waiting for the push. They know they're going to get aggressive. Materis finds that kill. Bomb tapped. Finds the headshot. No time. He needs to look for the kill. And GX just hides. Cowers in the corner. They tap, tap, tap. And the round falls away.
Oh, of a play around the map right now. Have the 3-man stack leaning towards the B-bomb side. Flatro is thinking about it. You can see them communicating. They're trying to make a decision, trying to have a read. And Rion's saying, no, I'm fine. There's nothing happening here. You can stay together. Hold on to B. I still have some Uto. I can slow them down. No one's heading towards me. And this is a great call. But with the time running low, they're going to fall back. They're going to start rotating away. But it's the perfect call. Scenari drops the first one. And now they have it confirmed. They know exactly what's going on. Scenari with the second. And it feels like Bad News Eagles should be able to finally convert it. It's just Roman left. But Flatro drops him as well as Mutiris.
Trade between teammates, but Ujerks wants to walk in with this AK. He needs to see ahead, and he does.
He spotted the gun barrel. There's 2 more towards Gabdo. Hope included. Good reaction. Body made it hard to see. GX misses the second. They're not going to be ready for Flatro though. This is a good position. He might have more than 1 kill.
The op collected though, makes things difficult, but now they know exactly where Juan Flatro is. He deploys the smoke so he can actually fade away behind it, behind default, and that is going to worry Saw completely. Creates a lot of space for Flatro to work around and play around, and he's done playing. The time for action is now. He takes it, sets up Scenery. Mollies are going to go in, realizing he can't be at the bottom of the stairs. He has to be somewhere on it, and if the T's want it, they can peek, but they're peeking right into an op. Ujerks finds that kill when Flatro has been heard with the scope, and at least keeps it in a 3 versus 3. But still, we only have Regon on a Deagle. Synopsy with a FAMAS, definitely not the weapon of choice, and look at Roman up on top of the sandbags. The FAMAS is out of the round. It's down to the op. It's down to the Deagle. Regon needs to close the distance here. The flash nearly cost Materis his life, but he's able to see through it, and Saw shine through that round just about.
And you can see what Saw were going for, right? They wanted to press charges. They wanted to go as quickly as possible, just cause a lot of havoc around the map, catch them off guard. Didn't work out, and now Story's going to peek into the MVP of GX. No problems. Didn't even zoom in. Didn't want to give away his position. Nice shot from Roman. Finds one. Synopsy has to be careful. Oh no. Surely not in a 2v5, right? They actually have the bomb site. Roman's gonna get tagged down by the nade, but he's still risking it. Roman might have a 1 versus 1 if he wins that. That would have been so dangerous. Aruzos realizes that Scenario could be coming in from behind. Nothing he can do about it though. It went a bit scary there for a second, but it's all good. When they went deeper, and they're gonna try it once again. Deep smoke towards the right side of elevator. GXX misses the first one. Needs to be really careful now. Obviously, he's in a good position to support, but it's just the 1-for-1. Good refrag from Roman. They're still trying to push towards the B-bomb side, though. Ope is out of the equation. Snary's all alone, and he's surrounded from both sides. Nothing he can do about it. Flatro and Regon, you're looking for something, but the best rational decision would be to just hold on to what you already have.
Something is better than nothing, and Juan Flatro receives the latter after being spammed through the smoke. Regon has to hope and pray that nobody's going to push you down, but because the economy is so low on the side of Saw, you cannot risk sending any players to try and take this rifle away. You just have to make an educated guess that he's on an M4 and realize that you might be up against it in the next round, unless this timing is going to be painful for Regon. And
if he goes down here, this is
a disaster. They're going to find him. They're going to find him.
He's dead. Oh, GX, he's going to call for a flash. He's going to try and go for an opening pick. Are they ready for it? There's the flash. There goes Peak. Smoke still in. Roman boosted on top of the smoke, manages to take him down. Opening kill. And look at Ujurx once again. Synopsy just not ready. He's so close. The flash makes it awkward, but Ujurx takes him down. And it's just Flatro left towards that A-bomb site. He needs to win that fight. He needs to deliver to save Bad News Eagles his life into the tournament. And he can't deliver. He can't deal with him. Roman with a refrag. Scenari tries to fight back, but it's just him left all alone against the world in a 1 versus 3 to keep them alive. But surely this is how it ends, Jack.
Surely this, sadly, is the end of the Eagles, Ted. Arsdos in a great position. Mutiris looking towards middle as soon as Scenari walks out. Surely he just goes down and the Eagles' wings have been sawed